Hey, so this week on LGBT Allies, we're going to be talking about trans people. Don't know too much about trans people, but let's see how we go. So, as Nikki showed on Monday, there was a trans girl, Chrissy, who... There's really no better word to say it. She was viciously and brutally attacked by two girls in a McDonald's restaurant in Baltimore in the USA. Basically, one of the girls, the two girls that bashed her up, one was 14 and one was 18. One of those girls' boyfriends hit on Chrissy, and then when Chrissy went to use the women's bathroom, the girls attacked her. They didn't realize at first that she was a trans woman, but when they did, they went at her even more. Wouldn't let her use the bathroom, dragged her out of the restaurant by her hair. Trans issues aside, the fact that anyone would treat anybody like that, that really makes me sick. I used to work at a McDonald's restaurant in one of Adelaide's, I guess, rougher areas, on Hindley Street here in the city. It's kind of known for its violence, its drugs, and its that's kind of sordid reputation. And more than once I saw fights. I saw a stabbing in my restaurant on one of my shifts when I was a manager there. So I know that this sort of stuff happens, and as a manager or as someone in charge, when that happens, I used to tell the staff that I was working with, don't get involved, because the moment you get involved, especially if they were drunk, and that's not the case this time, but especially if they're drunk, that's putting the staff at risk. I don't want to defend the staff, but I definitely think that something needed to have happened. They didn't call the police. Like, if something like that were to happen, call the police, seriously. That's just stupid. But there were 6 staff, plus the manager, plus onlookers, onto, a 14-year-old girl, an 18-year-old girl, bashing up this other girl. Why did, congratulations on the older lady who tried to break it up, but it shouldn't be up to the older lady, especially when there's all these other people just sitting around watching. A person's sex or gender shouldn't even come into it, in any aspect. And so if in any situation, if a person feels like their sex or their gender is an issue, well, that's not their problem. That's not their fault. Sorry, it is their problem, but it's not their fault. You don't really, you don't make the decision one day that you're going to be a trans woman. Just like you don't make the decision of your sexuality or your sex or your gender. It's just who you are and how you feel. And I can only imagine the trials that trans people go through. I struggle, and I find it hard to understand my own sexuality and my own my own place in society. I can only imagine what it would be like for someone to grow up with one sex, with social norms put on them that this is how they should behave and this is what they should be like, only to feel on the inside that they don't align with that. And then some choose then to transition, and that's a huge decision. And at the end of it, I'm pretty sure they must feel amazing, but that's a long journey. And I've watched some transition stories on YouTube before, especially a couple of trans men who, I can't really describe it any other way than they're amazing. These people, their entire stories, it's really uplifting to know that there are also some positive stories out there, and these ones that I've watched on YouTube, the guys look good. They really do. Later this year, in July, I'm going to be going along to a national conference here in Australia, and basically it's all the queer collectives, or all the queer groups from all the universities getting together, holding a conference, kind of educating each other about different topics that's going on. Last year there was a bit of a range of topics about trans people. Unfortunately, they are at the same time as some other ones that I wanted to go to. So I'm really, really hoping, because as I said earlier, trans issues is one of the areas of the GLBT community that I know very little about. And, you know, I guess that's because I haven't directly had to deal with it before. So this year at the conference, I'm really, really hoping to I guess, attend a few trans workshops as well. Hopefully I'll be able to debrief, because it is just over a week. So, you know, I will be over there doing one of my videos on a Tuesday. Somehow trying to find an internet cafe or something. But that's in July, looking forward to that. Yeah, this video has probably gone on for long enough. I just kind of want to wrap up saying, similar to what Nikki did, the fact that this happened to anybody is atrocious. Like, it's horrible. It really is. And if Chrissy were to ever watch this, I would just want her to know that you're amazing. The fact that you pull through this, and some of the interviews that I've watched with you and him, you're not, I mean, I don't know how you feel necessarily, but you're not spiteful, you're not, you know, you're not just hating on these people. The interviews I've seen, you know, you've said that you just want everyone to be safe, and you want, you know, that kind of mentality, especially after that experience that you went through, and, you know, the experiences that you go through probably almost on a daily basis, that's amazing. So really, really well done, Chrissy. And everyone else who goes through stuff like that, whether you're trans or not, you know, it's hard on all of us. And well done. Alright, see you guys, bye.